Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi G. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple the flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. It's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hi, Callie.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. Just making sure everything works right here for right now. I'm going to share my screen here, and then you can share yours. All right. So there's mine. I can remove that for a second. Get yours set up here.
Okay.
You can share it, and then what I'll do is take it down off of the stream for now, and then we'll show his picture and go into a little more in depth.
Okay. I'm trying to find the share thing. Normally I see it.
It's underneath present now. They switched it to say present with the plus sign with the computer.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they switched it like yesterday. I know I was confused yesterday too. Make sure you hit the little microphone thing down there if you're going to play something. Good morning, Juju. Good morning, True Crime with Shannon. Good morning, Marshall Lambert. Sluggish Sleuth. Hi, Karen.
Okay.
And hello, everybody else that is out there at work, listening while at work. All right, okay. I'm going to share. Second, are you ready or not yet?
Yeah, I put it in there. Do you not see it?
I see it. It's perfect.
Okay.
So instead of sharing it, it's showing StreamYard and then the other half page.
Okay. So let me minimize this. And then I'll make this bigger. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't.
That's fine. You're perfect.
Well, I gotta go back to it.
Huh?
I gotta go back to it.
Oh.
To find that. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we're going to deep dive into what happened to Sean here. This is several, there's so many things wrong with what's going on in this case. That is probably going to take a couple times to go over this one. I'm just trying to find a picture of him. Hold on here 1 second.
You're this man.
That's not it.
There we go.
There's a good picture. This is Sean. He's was a 12-year-old from Yorktown, Virginia. And a lot of people have his name spelled wrong. His last name is Daugherty. A lot of people are putting a T after the H and doing ERY, which is wrong. And just to clear that up for people as you see that out there. Covered Sean last week, such a strange case. I'll have to watch True Crime with Shannon. Good morning, Daisy Dead. All right. Where do you want to start?
I think most people are somewhat familiar, but maybe not. You want to just start the day he came home from school?
That's fine. Do you want me to play? You want me to play the little Facebook thing here?
Yeah.
I thought I already clicked on the. There we go. I'm going to play this little clip here. That'll get people familiarized with the actual case. If you don't know anything about the case, play mom's video. That's a lot of info. This video, right? True Crime with Shannon. Hi, Lana. I think it's this video. We're going to play this one here. I'm going to mute out. I'm going to take myself back off screen here because, and I'll mute out and we'll play this one. So, I'm going to mute out while we play this here.
Okay.
They have told me a few times that they really don't know how to investigate this kind of murder case because it's really complicated. They don't have the experience. They have never seen something like this before. Then please do me the favor and turn it over to the state police or FBI who do it all the time. We just had amazing vacation. He just got back on a Sunday. It was the reward for the kids. He had got all A's. He was in a very good spirit. It was like a regular day. And my mom comes out. She's like in a hurry. The doctor's office called and said, hey, she needs an EKG. But the appointment is only 25 minutes. It's a safe neighborhood. And he said, Mom, don't worry. I got it. You know, I love babysitting. He was reading his book later. I could see he had pulled it out. Mom, Shirley's not answering the door. Police and ambulances just went by and fire trucks. And I was like, my stomach dropped. The chair wasn't exactly next to him. Please don't ask many questions. I told them Sean didn't do it. He was killed. That first night, I told them all. I need to see where's my youngest one. He was like an exhausted doll. He opened his eyes. He was all sweaty. It looked like he had been crying. Personally, I think that he woke up from the hustle and bustle, what was happening. I saw all kinds of stuff in the house that was out of place. I froze because I was like, that's a huge handprint on the door. That's not Sean's. Hand was not from the outside, but from the inside. And it was the left hand. I saw some splatters that seemed like small blood things that I asked them to collect. Sean definitely had blood on when I did the picture on his hand, but the officer, she washed it off. The belt was tied around my son. Oh, they said, oh, he probably tied it himself and all that. So why there was no DNA on the belt? 4 weeks later, taking fingerprints. 4 weeks later, after we raised hell. 4 weeks later, going around the neighbors, asking if they saw anything. I screamed in the hospital saying, my son was murdered. There's something really wrong. When I walked into our bedroom, I literally almost walked onto Sean's underwear. They were there. Sean never, ever in his life has taken his underwear off in my bedroom. There's no reason for it. And it was a cross from my husband's clothes, and my husband's drawers were opened up because Sean was dressed in my husband's clothes. So was the ambush in his room then, and then he dragged him, or they fought all the way to our bedroom. So he was interrupted. Did they wrestle to get up the stairs? Did they fight their way up? I don't know. I think that someone saw something, and I think not just one. I think a couple people saw something, but I know there was no real investigation. If you ask the parents to find the person who did it, and we are not investigators, there's a problem. They're asking me to find the person. We don't want to investigate, just say it. I have a text where it says, it's time to move on and live my life. I know we have really good neighborhood, and I know people want to help. They just don't know that we are asking for help.
All right. I want to point some things out in this video, and then we'll go into the Zillow stuff to see in the house further.
Okay.
But so I noticed while I was watching. So here's a very good shot. Which one is their house here? Do you know? This one?
I can't see your cursor. Let me see. Let me go to the homepage on the listing, and maybe it will show, because it's on. Let's see. It's 2 houses from the corner, and
so from this corner down here at the bottom of this video.
Yeah, I believe so. Shoot.
That's okay. We'll get to that. I just wanted to point out that when seeing this is very good photos. You can see the size of the houses. You can see the well-kept grasses. You can see the professional mowing here on this, as I used to sell lawnmowers, like to professionals, to like professional landscapers. That's a professional lawn mowing company that mowed that lawn, or the guy that lives here has a professional lawnmower and mowed it himself.
Right.
But a lot of them don't have backyards. They have some trees here, a lot of trees, but here's a fence in this yard. Here's one here with the pool. Otherwise, it's pretty wide open back here. Back here on this side, it looks pretty wide open. I think that this property here probably has to have a fence because of the pool. I don't know what the laws are there, but I know here in Illinois, you have to have a fence around your property if you have a pool.
Right. Yeah.
I used to have one. That's why I know. But there was some other things that I found interesting. So this footage here, we'll get into this. Ring.com, right? So as they were going through the house, I saw something that I caught. There's a Ring camera in one of the bedrooms.
What?
Yeah, so hold on. When I get to it, come on. I might have to play it just a little bit here.
Was out of place.
Wait, here's what I'll do. I'll mute and then play it.
Okay.
When there's a camera guy in the actual room, and I don't know if I'm already ahead of that part or not. No, not yet. So,
because that would not align up with what the direct quotes that I have.
When does she talk about the bedrooms? I think it's coming up here. There.
No, it wasn't.
See?
Okay.
What's that right there in the mirror? So you got the camera guy over here filming. You have a mirror here.
Right.
Hold on here.
Huh. Unless that was installed after the fact. I mean, because that would be very understandable.
I want to see something. I'm going to zoom in. Just give me a second here.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't know when this was taken because new possession of the house was taken in April 20th. So this would have had to be filmed fairly quickly, right?
No, because what happened is it was sold 2 days before this happened to Sean, whatever it is. And they actually rented it from the new owners for like, I think it was going to be like for a couple weeks until they got to their next location.
Yeah,
That
maybe
is
that was,
kind of, that's something, isn't it?
yeah.
Wow.
And what I'm taking is this is the doorway. That's a light switch there, and then something set up right on the side. But it's weird.
I don't think that's their new. I think that's a new home, because that doesn't match up to any of the photos.
Maybe it's just a guy that's filming a house because this was done afterwards.
Yeah, or it was filmed in their new location, because the rooms aren't. None of the rooms are that color. That's like a, you know what I mean, like a light turquoise or something.
Well, and it's pretty close to this house that's right here.
Yeah, that doesn't match. Yeah, that's a different location.
I just wanted to make sure because there is a camera right there.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure they've got them now. But yeah, so that's a whole modern looking home. The other one's more traditional.
You ready to go into the property?
Sure, let's go.
Here, I can, I'll switch to you.
Okay, let me minimize that. Okay. So do I need to make it bigger? It's hard to tell.
I think it's fine. Here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
There.
So I think these pictures will kind of explain a lot once you start looking at them. So the bus stop is to the left of, you know, what you're looking at. But
Here, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Kelly Dime, he was found in the backyard on the swing set. There was a belt around his upper body holding his arms, and trigger warning for anybody here. He was found with a bag over his head as well. And obviously hanging from the tree sweat. The play, what do you call it? Play set? The swing set. And
Yeah.
there's no DNA on anything, but it doesn't add up. And that's why we're doing this. As other people are covering this case, there's a lot of people talking about it right now. So we can continue. That's kind of what's going on. I did a press conference. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to make his own little playlist and start adding stuff in there from other channels and other stuff. So it's all in one place for you guys. And I did what was it called? The press conference of what the coroner found because the family pushed them to do it at the police station. So go ahead.
I just thought it's sometimes good to get a visual on the layout of the home.
So go back one picture.
Okay.
So is that the back door right there by the kitchen?
Yeah, and this goes, you know, this is obviously like the backyard.
Yeah.
So you're going to see some good shots of the backyard and see how open it is to the rest of the neighborhood. They all had very, very low fences. I've never really seen that before, but that's just the vibe of the neighborhood, I guess. So you can see.
So that would be the back door that had the left handprint on it on the inside, but that's open with your left hand. I mean, most normal people would use, so like I'm right-handed, so I would reach down and open that door with my right hand, even though it's on the left-hand side, and then pull it open, unless you had something in your right hand. So if you had something in your right hand, you would then put your hand, I don't know why you would put your hand on the inside of that door, but if you had something in your right hand, I guess you would stop yourself and put your hand up against the glass, then reach with your left hand and open up the door.
Yeah, that is really weird. Now that you pointed that out, that is very strange. All right. Tell me if I'm going too fast.
You're not going too fast. I just want to point out that this was realtor pictures. So some of the stuff that's in here, I don't know if it was their actual stuff or if they added stuff into it. Because that one bedroom if you go back a couple, go back to the one bedroom where the bed was. Okay, so you have a bed up against the wall. And it looks like a TV stand in the front there. I go one more picture forward. Okay, so that's the other side of it.
It's actually, when you go through the pictures, you can actually tell whose rooms were whose.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say.
You can. That's fine.
Like, I
I mean,
think that
we don't
was
live there anymore. So.
You'll see why. That was probably grandma's room, which you'll see why.
The dresser's in a weird spot. So when you open up that door would obviously hit the dresser every time.
Yeah, I know. It's the placement's a little bit different. Let's see. I would have been terrified with a 2-year-old in that.
Go back. There's an R up above the door.
Yeah, that's right.
What does that mean?
That was their last name. It wasn't Sean's last name.
Oh, it wasn't Sean's last name. Okay, I got it.
Right. And let's see. So now you're upstairs, and you can see that's the daughter's room. There is, and all the pictures, maybe they scooched things away to show how open it was or something. Mark the space.
Go back one. What is that red thing?
I can't tell. I know that. You know what I thought it was at first is like a stethoscope. Like I don't know. Like I see R2D2 right here. I don't know what it is.
I'm going to it. Hold on here. Maria was the grandmother?
No, Maria is Sean's sister.
Okay.
Stepsister. She was 16 when this happened.
I'm seeing if I can I don't know what that is, but that's weird.
I know. Yeah. Something silver. I don't know.
It looks like a stethoscope, but that's like a weird cover over the.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go on to the next one there.
Okay. So I believe this would have been Sean's room because Sluggy was telling me that she had seen or read or whatever that he had a bunk bed. So remember, there's a total of 4 boys. Because they were a blended family. And I'm pretty sure that looks like there's a medal and stuff. I'm pretty sure that the little guy wouldn't have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd already packed up a majority of their things.
So like this table that's sitting here in the corner, it looks like that was just set up for the.
Yeah.
That
like
was actually
staging.
There.
Yeah.
He's a runner. See the tags up in the top right corner? Those are for running.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so there's got a little crib there. So, a couple kids per room.
See all the medals hanging on? Those are all medals hanging on the wall there.
Wow.
A lot of medals.
Yeah, lots. That's awesome. No, okay, so this one's kind of good because we know that what she found in here when she walked in. So it's just good for seeing it in your mind, Okay. See how low the fence is?
Yeah, so it's just a picket fence, so you can clearly see over top of the fence.
Yeah, it's just basically like, boundaries.
Well,
It's
and then
not.
then the neighbor's yard, the neighbor to the left there, just past the trampoline there.
Them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a back shed there, but I think
Uh-huh.
that that's his family shed because the ramp comes out into their
That's right.
property.
It does.
So that would be
But,
their shed, but it's up against the neighbors there. And then the fence
right.
goes behind it there. You can see through the trampoline.
Yeah, and I believe online there's there's one more picture. That's all we've got. But online you can see a different
Oh, you'll
view
see
of
the
the
shed
shed.
here. Yeah, it's the next
Yeah.
picture.
Okay. So I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe. Okay. I don't know what this contraption it. Maybe some. I don't even know.
Well, that's the swing set. So this picture is taken up on top of the swing set. If you go back,
Oh.
one picture that's taken up top where the where you stand to go down the slide.
Oh. So they climbed up. Okay.
They climbed up onto there and then took the picture of the shed.
Okay. Somebody was telling me. Okay, it all makes sense now. I can't figure. It looks like a tripod on the ground. I don't know. But again, so look at this view right into their yard, and them too.
Yeah, clearly if anybody was outside, I want to see if I can zoom in on that picture. The neighbors, they're like windows. There's no, like in this picture, there's no like curtains or anything covering those windows to the right there, the neighbor on the right. And
Yeah.
then the other neighbor there in the far left, those windows are pointing right into their yard. So if they're out there playing, April, the leaves would start coming. I still think that they'd be able to see into that yard.
I believe his mom counted 6 homes that had like visual access, I guess, to their yard. Because see, the homes aren't lined up nice and neatly. If you do like Google Earth and you go down the neighborhood, they're all kind of like cocked a little to the left or a little to the right. They're not nice and neatly along the road. Like it's unusual. It's kind of like scattered.
Yeah. That's the last picture, right?
Yep. And that's so that is the Sweet Set trigger warning where this happened. So it looks different than when you see just a picture of it up close, like seeing it now in its element, it's yeah. Do you want me to remove this or
that's fine. I took it off screen for now.
Oh, okay.
Here I could show it from here. Hold on here 1 second. I want to go to
I could tell you that Google Earth is kind of important to pull up if you want to really understand the street and how, I don't know, how you could see into the backyard from the street.
Yeah. It was listed for sale on 3/10/2022. Then it was pending sale on 3/19/2022 and then sold 4/20/2022.
So it sold pretty fast.
2019 and then sold. Yeah. Well, I can bring that up here in a minute. Somebody was asking before owner tools. No, we want home details, right? Features. See more facts and features. There's a basement, right?
Well, so I assume so, but I can't find one on the listing details. I thought most homes where it snows, had basements.
Fence area, backyard fenced, playgrounds, decrease, Virginia, York Township. Usually it says in here when you want the facts
Right.
of the flooring, ceramic, foundation type crawl space.
Oh.
So there you go. Usually it'll say that it has a basement or not. And
right. Yeah.
so just a crawl space.
Okay.
I'm going to take this down for a second. I don't want it to show any I use Zillow a lot. So I don't want it to show any of my information. So
okay. Gotcha.
Do you have Google Maps up?
Sure, I can pull it up.
Welcome in everybody that's coming in. I see Scott is here. Sassy Naz is here. Sassy Naz, if you want to come up, I sent you a link in Discord if you want to come up here. Oh, here, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. So, just so you get an overview, and see, this is where the bus is bus stop. When we talk about that, it was right here on this corner. So he's 1-2 houses right there. So let's go right down here. So this is his home right here. So I'm going to go a little further down. So hold on a second. Because see how there's people in the backyard? You totally see people back there. And then going this way, I mean, they didn't even have high fences for. So, I mean, technically, somebody could pop that in 2 seconds if they really wanted to. I don't know what this is. When we looked at the Zillow pics, it looks almost like maybe it's just like the size is distorted. Because to me, that looks like a big, like, mother-in-law studio type thing. Doesn't it? Or is that, I don't know.
That might be the neighbor on the right. So their house is on the left here, right, where the basketball hoop is?
The red brick house is theirs.
Yeah. And then that might be the neighbor's. That might be the neighbor's shed.
Yeah.
That might be the neighbor to the right's shed, maybe.
Yeah. But if you look, so across the street, see how it's kind of like just angled? There's nothing here.
So there's an empty lot, like a double lot.
Yeah. And so what the mother said, there was 2 different people mowing their lawns. And then someone came in later on, but there was, at the same time all this is going on, there was literally 2 people mowing their yards. So there was some noise. So I did notice one thing, that there was a lot of ways in and out to their street. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of you can go out there on to the north. You can actually get out from the south, I think. Zoom in right there. Go back where your cursor was. Like go to the left, down just a little bit. See if so that street. Yeah, I don't think that street ever goes through. Go up, just go straight where your cursor is. Just go follow that road right there.
This one?
To your right.
This way?
No.
Or that way?
Well, so there's two joining roads there. So see the pond?
Yeah.
See the road just above it? Does that road
This
actually
one?
come through? Yeah. Does that road go when it goes down into the other neighborhood? Does it go through? I don't think
It
so.
ends up here. It's like an absolute maze, to be honest. Where is the main? I kind of thought this was the main road right here. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't think that neighborhood connects into the other neighborhood.
Yeah. And they're right here. So this is their
So that would be the main road to get in and out.
Yeah.
And then as you follow that road going down and around, so just move your cursor down. So I don't think you can get into that neighborhood that's below your cursor there. I don't think that road goes through there. So I think they're two separate neighborhoods.
Oh,
So
I
don't
see.
think that you can get from one to the other. So the neighborhood that's on the left of the screen there, and then their neighborhood are two different neighborhoods.
You could from here, because you go down right through here.
Yeah, and then how do you get to the neighborhood? Keep going on that road that you just run. So now, yeah, so see the neighborhood on the left there? I don't think you can get through to that neighborhood.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So right where your cursor is, that's where the road that you're on. If you go to the left there, it does, right there, it does. Can you zoom? Goes through?
You'd have to. It looks like you'd have to walk.
Yeah. So right where your cursor is there, that road does not go through. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a grass. Oh, it's a sidewalk there. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those two neighborhoods don't connect then.
Right. I mean, it's a sleepy little village, you know. It's very quiet, it looks like. I mean, there's not a lot. Maybe at that time of day it looks different, but just,
there you go.
You know.
Kelly says light the roads up in blue.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Now you'll be able to tell.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, that's interesting. So there is a way to get to that other neighborhood, but see the pond area?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right there. Now go to your right just a little bit. See how it comes out of that there, and then you can go down into that other neighborhood.
Oh, okay. And this is probably blocked by a tree foliage, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious if there was like a park where other kids could be hanging out. I didn't see any parks. You know what I mean? Like official parks. I didn't see any. I mean, I guess with yards, they don't really have the need for them, you know? I don't think that it would stand out if some kids are standing by. I'm kind of like being obvious about my theory. a possible theory that if you, I don't think it was just, you wouldn't think twice about driving by and seeing that. You know, that's just kids in the backyard. So my point is.
So the other interesting fact here is in the overview on Zillow, it says this property is not currently for sale or whatever. And then it says a lovely 5-bedroom, 3-bath brick house. The neighborhood has extra wide roads for safe walking and running and community playground and picnic area. Located 5 miles/10 miles from Langley Air Force Base behind NASA complex. Located in desired Tab School District as attested to with the traditional Tab paw prints in the aggregated driveway and flower bed. The bus stop is 1 house away. But I thought it was interesting that they're like 5 minutes from Langley. So
in what is Langley, the airport?
That's the Air Force Base.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is good to know. It is, because one of the questions I had was what was a normal day in that home? What did so for anyone who doesn't know, so the mother and the grandmother came from a country called Latvia. It's Latvia, and it's kind of above Poland. And that's what her accent is, in case anyone was wondering. But so grandma has always lived with them, from what I read. So she's a fixed part of their family. And so I was just curious, like, what does their everyday life look like for him? It seemed pretty structured, I'll say that. So let me know where you want to go from here.
You can go into your note. Just go ahead and start with your notes. Well, hi, Amy. My great grandmother was from Latvia. Latvia?
Yeah, Latvia.
You can go right into your notes. I have your screen still on, just so you know.
Okay, well, so here's the bus stop, and Sean got off the bus at 3:02. And this is interesting. He goes to his home, which takes 20 seconds, right? He submitted his homework assignments online, and when he did, he had to, I guess they make you show a picture of yourself holding your assignment when you submit it. Those were submitted at 3:09. So this kid, he is on top of things. He gets off at 3:02. 7 minutes later, he's in the house and already submitting his homework. When he gets in, there's kind of chaos. Grandma's telling him, hey, you need to watch the little one, the toddler. And I think it said, like, mom ran in and said, I'll call you from the car. So they take off. But mom starts calling him. I think there was a total of 4 phone calls that she made to him, just because she didn't have a chance to get him settled with everything. The second time she called, Sean claimed he was in the upstairs bathroom. And mom told him to go wake up the toddler, give him a snack, and watch a movie with him. When mom called a third time at 3:27, he answered right away. And mom says, bring the toddler upstairs so he can watch the little one in his room or whatever while Sean plays video games. And mom tells him there is an iPad charging upstairs. Okay. So, um, then he goes downstairs and he takes peaches from the refrigerator and puts one of them in a bowl on the counter, which there's pictures of that. The parents believe that he set his alarm to go off at 3:30 to remind him to complete his chores. His chores were to empty the upstairs bathroom trash cans and the kitchen trash can. So the upstairs trash bags were taken downstairs, but the kitchen trash was not completed. Also, the iPad was never taken off the charger. So that's where there's like a time thing right there. Let's see. His Crocs were found next to the trash in the kitchen, upside down, like set there upside down, which is odd. He never did end up logging in to play his video games, which is what he really wanted to do. He played Fortnite. Let's see. Tell me when you're ready for the next part where it starts getting... Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. I was on mute. One second. So here's their house. Here's Langley Air Force Base. Here's NASA Research Center. Here's Home Village. Like, it's a whole thing here. There's a whole community here.
Right.
There's a lot of different things going on here at this location with a lot of different people. But we need to understand this is kind of on an island.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Just to put it into perspective for people. So
I didn't realize that either until I like zoomed out and I was like, wow, it is. It's like on an island.
Oops. And then there's where a lot of jets take off there. So I just was trying to put it. I mean, there's a lot of housing here for people that work here. So
right.
Just kind of puts you into the perspective of what's going on here.
Exactly. It makes it, easier to, because when I started to see everything, it wasn't what I had been envisioning,
I thought it was just somewhere in Virginia, not on water, not by any governmental stuff, and
right.
Not by, as the mom took a job someplace, and
right.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that so we get a little perspective of where it is. So,
I don't know what this paw print is. Right there, it looks like a paw print.
Huh?
I don't know what that is. You see
Which
it?
one? Yeah, that's the school. So the school was here. So I read it just a minute ago. The located as a desired TAB school district, as attested to with the traditional TAB paw prints in the aggregated driveway and flower bed.
What? Really?
So that's the paw print for the school. So I don't know if that's saying that the kid goes to that school. I don't know.
Well, that would not be safe.
Well, I wonder, go down the street a little more and see if you see one at another house.
Yeah, that's unusual. I mean, it's big too.
Clarifying that there's kids there,
right.
There's many.
Not really. And by the way, so I told you earlier, but the median age for this town is 60. So it's a little different. So you got a lot of older people.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find.
Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, there's more than one.
Yeah, so I think I don't know what it means. I don't understand why they have 1 or 2 or 3, but it's something to look into as we're researching this. The
Yeah.
significance is he would have been the only one, right? Because everybody else was older, except for the baby.
There was an older sister.
But she wouldn't have
And
been
then,
going to Tab Elementary School, though, right?
no. He was in 6th grade. But there a Tab High School? There was 2 high schools, and when I was on Google Earth, it was weird. It was like really kind of close. I don't know what the reason for that would be. Like they just seem like way close.
So they have a Tab Elementary, a Tab Middle, and a Tab High School. Distance, Tab Elementary School is 1.2 miles away from the house. Tab Middle School is 2.4 miles away. So he was 12. So K through 5. The K through 5 is at the elementary school. And then 6th through 8th, he was in 6th grade. So he was at a new school. So that would have been 2.4 miles from the house. Let me see if I can get the address here.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Perfect. I can put that in and show you guys on this map. Just give me a second here. Switch back over. So from the house to the school, that would be how far it was.
Couple of miles.
Yeah, 2.4 miles from the house. I wonder. It's a lot of buses.
Yeah. Wow.
I wanted to see if I could go in front of the. That's probably as close as I can get there, but. So it's like a tiger, is what it looks like.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I've seen School Spirit and all, but I've never, ever seen people paint on their driveway a logo. You know what I mean? It's very unusual.
Well, it would signify that that there's a kid that lives there that goes to a school.
Well, I don't like that. That's
No, I know that's kind of weird. Why you
yeah,
want
it
to
is.
know that?
And
So,
when you have a case like this, that matters. You know, it's peculiar.
yard signs like a symbol. Your kids are graduating. It's her daughter graduating. Easy target. Yeah, that is strange. You can start going into the rest of it there.
All right. So, so Maria, the sister, she's 16. She comes home from tennis practice and she's in a very big hurry because her boyfriend and his mom are on their way to pick her up to go to his lacrosse practice or game. And she realizes, let's go down here as I say it. She realizes that the front door is locked and she calls her mom, and her mom's giving her advice on how she's like, the mom's like, he's probably upstairs gaming. So she, let's see, I think she called him 3 times and texted him twice. So the mom said, go around to the back. So she did. And that's when And that was at 4:50. When she got home, it's 4:50. By 4:54, she is calling. I'm sorry. She is calling 911. But here's what's super weird. Like, I haven't heard this before. And the information I got, anybody can read it. It's on the family's Facebook group. It's broken up into chapters called like post 1, post 2. Supposedly, when Maria went back there into the backyard, there was a gardener or tree guy standing there watching her. But he was in a neighbor's yard. Super weird, super strange.
So there was so this was when his sister went to the backyard after she finally got into the house.
Yeah, well, she went around the back to see if the back door was unlocked, and that's when she saw him. And so he was actually facing towards the neighbor's yard. So she saw the back view of him, the way it was explained. I'm going to find here in my notes what was said about, like, she yelled at the guy and was like, hello, like, have you, let me find the exchange. It was, and the guy just, it was very weird the way it was. So right here, okay. She looked around. Okay, so she looked around trying to figure out if she could get into the house. She scanned the yard to make sure she wasn't alone because she was kind of scared. And she locked eyes with a landscaper mowing the neighbor's yard, who was also very puzzled and just standing there. She came within a 15-foot radius and called out hello, but there was no response. I guess now she's talking about Sean, but it was just weird that there was somebody mowing the yard, like right there, that she could lock eyes with standing in the yard. So the guy's mowing the yard and can visually see her, then you can see what's on the swing set. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Well, he was 5'7", right?
Right. That's what I was told. Yeah.
I saw it in the one picture where they were all hugging each other in the video I did earlier that I played. He was, they're all about the same height in that picture. There's like, here's a good point by Sassy is, she was able to take him down with one arm. He could have touched the ground. It makes no sense.
Right.
Because at 5'7", he would have had to be right up against that thing. Because it doesn't look that tall in the pictures when you look at the backyard.
Yeah. She describes it. Let's see. Screaming, she lifted her brother with one arm in hopes of releasing the pressure from his head and called 911 with her other hand. So she used, like, I think it said 3 fingers to lift the thin lace, which, by the way, it turns out it wasn't a shoelace. I think it was the lace that you feed through the bag, the motorcycle bag, like it to cinch it. That's what it was. So she simply lifted the shoelace-type string over his head with 3 fingers and brought him down to the ground and performed CPR for 6 minutes until the EMTs got there and took over. It wasn't, it wasn't until Sean got to the ER that his mother even noticed, even after he was pronounced dead, that he was wearing her husband's shirt. it was a men's dress shirt, like a button down with collar. And that, she didn't even realize it because of all the panic and, how upsetting the whole thing was, that she went, wait a minute. And she began screaming, and the police went into the ER room where she was saying her last goodbyes. And when she told the police officer that, he kicked her out of the room and said, this is now a crime scene.
So will we say that this is the bag right here that was around him? Is that what they're trying to say here?
Yeah, and then the little rope, the little string is the one. So whoever.
It's like sweat shorts, like gym short string.
Yeah.
Is pretty much what it is.
Yep. Then he pulled that out, and just weird. Just doesn't make sense. His arms were so tightly bound to his waist that EMTs made note of how difficult it was to remove it.
His what? One more time?
Okay. His arms were so tightly bound to his waist, with the belt, that the EMTs made note of how difficult it had been to remove it.
Well, that's why I signify that there's no way that he could have put that around himself, because there's no way that even if you were to do it for yourself, you would do it to where it was like up by your shoulders, because then you'd be able to undo it. But if you put it to like down by where you'd have to be at like your elbow length, like where your elbows are, like below that, in order to hold it, so that you couldn't move your hands up to untighten it.
Right. But I mean, when you are in that state of mind, I understand people do unusual things and whatnot, but that's some pretty like thoughtful things.
Well, I'm going to say
into
my theory here.
Okay.
And this is speculation, just for everybody out there. I don't have anything to prove this yet. But the reason why the belt was put around his arms and his torso was to make it easier to carry him outside, in my opinion.
Oh.
So that would keep them all into one piece, to be able to, because then you don't have the arms flailing everywhere and touching everywhere in the house. So if you're carrying him in your right arm, and then you go to open up that door, like carrying him, because he'd be heavy, because he's 5'7". Remember that. And you go to that door and you put your left hand up against the door, because you're right-handed, and you're carrying him in your right hand. So you hold yourself for a second to set him down a little bit, and you put your hand onto the glass in order to to be able to open up the door and take him outside. Just a theory I have.
Do you know if
it was tied around him?
You know how people can use chloroform to make people pass out or whatever? Do you know if that would show up in your system if you're just inhaled it?
It should show up in your lungs.
In your lungs? Okay.
It should, yeah. But I don't know how long it lasts for.
Right.
And I don't know if there is a way. The only other thing I can think of is there a way to make it disappear? I don't think so. I think that I don't know. It's something we'll have to research. Good morning, Karen. Okay. And everybody else coming in here. I see I got some new people in here. I think it's Tamara Marie. Welcome to the channel.
To make it clear that, so he had 1 hour and 23 minutes alone. It's from the last phone call with his mom till sister arrived. 1 hour and 23 minutes that all this occurred in. And everything came to an abrupt stop. At some point, he was mid doing all these things. it all came to an abrupt stop. And just want to reiterate that. Let's see. Are you still here?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was comparing. So see these little pegs over here on this, even though this is on a slant. So I'm comparing to see how tall things are. Usually the backs of chairs are like 36 inches tall.
Yeah.
So like this would be like 36 inches tall, roughly. And it's on a slant because this chair is a little slanted. But these pegs over here, it looks like they're every 6 inches. So 2 of them would be 1 foot. So 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 foot to the top, but it's on a slant. So I'm going to say that these are probably about 4.5 foot tall.
Right.
Like these posts here. So you would add another, I mean, literally, that's probably like 5 foot tall, like right in there someplace, 5 foot. He would probably be like up here. It's just a thought I had.
Right. It's a shorter swing set.
Yeah.
It's not like the old kind, like there. It's definitely lower than the old metal ones, you know. I swear it's so perplexing. But now you know how that there was they said, well, he hadn't been bullied. There was just one incident back in December. Well, I found out in these notes that it was 3 girls that had bullied him. Just put that out there. Thought that was interesting. It's not what I had, again, been picturing, you know? Yeah, exactly, Sassy Nas. His peach was literally in the bowl, and the 2 trash bags from upstairs were down. So he was like interrupted. Totally. It's so bizarre.
Oh, so, 2 bags are not from the family's home.
Okay, so that was not elaborated on too much, but yeah, I've seen the mom point that out, that there was 2 different trash bags, like the ones they had a red tie, but I don't know. I don't know where the ones with the blue ties came from. I think that what I had read was that there was some bags that they found in the yard that had a different color tie, and they were kind of torn. And they were like, you know, trying to figure out where these came from. But I think the trash bags themselves brought from downstairs or from upstairs, she didn't mention that those were from anywhere else. Let's see. So, all right. This is the tough part. When the mom had gone back upstairs at some point, she walked into her bedroom and she said, well, you saw like on the video that she almost stepped immediately onto his underwear. What? Like, what is going on here? The family releases these chapters, like, I don't know, I suppose when they find out more information. So not everything has been discussed thoroughly, I guess. Okay, also, when his sister sketched out what she saw, the investigators didn't even take it, which I thought was interesting. And the sister said that the way he was located in his position, it was super unnatural, and it didn't look like a position that he could put himself into. I think if we had a sketch, we would probably be able to understand more what she's saying there.
Interesting.
So, okay, so
go ahead.
The investigators went through and took pictures of the house and the swing set and stuff, and to document their surroundings. And the family has not been given access to those pictures, which is interesting. Oh, where did that picture come from?
Well, this is 2012.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this would be different owners.
Uh-huh.
So they had an ADT alarm.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
They got a lot of weeds in their grass.
Just an observation.
Yeah. But I thought it was interesting that, I don't know, the paws are here on the actual cement flower bed. And I think...
I don't like it. That shows like two kids went there. Oh, there's another one.
They put one there, but these other two are faded. So I don't understand the significance of that, but what I will show you though is so we're back 2012.
Wow, so they've always done it.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean with the...
They're tennis rackets, I think.
Yeah.
Because the daughter...
Well, that's that same house.
Right.
Obviously, they're early in the morning. Everybody has their newspapers out on the...
Does chat have an opinion on what was inside the paws? To me, it looks like two crossed rackets. I mean, to me, it looks like Happyville. It's just like perfect little neighborhood.
So
where did that go? There it is.
There's 2007. Those paws were on the ground at that house. We're gonna go back to the other house here. Yeah, the paws are there. In the basketball, 2007, the basketball hoop was there. The grass looked great.
Right.
And then that was all done there. When you go to 2012.
So
the paws are still there. This is overgrown.
Right.
You go to 2015. Changed a little bit. Whatever that plant was there is gone.
Right.
I don't know. Interesting. But then the paw was moved. There, the other paws are still there, but
right.
But that one just has a black circle in the middle. I don't know, just strange.
Very, very. Totally agree.
I missed a whole bunch of things here. Yes, that's never explained or DNA tested. What did I miss? Yep, those 2 bags were not the family's bags. They only bought Costco. Those were brought in. They even searched all the bags in the house to make sure they had none like that were found.
Weird.
Yes, the 2 bags with the rips weren't theirs. They had blue ties. Family was very picky about the trash bags they bought. I'm the same. They only bought one kind and in bulk.
How bizarre.
I wonder if they even tested the DNA. The police didn't even want to take the underwear, and all they would say is it didn't match anyone. But that makes no sense if they tested them, right? Yeah. As far as I know, LE can find the maker of the bags and found bags found, and by the lines in the bag should tell them which batch it came from and when. From what I've heard in the past cases when trash bags were involved, those don't bother me much. We have a little town 10 miles away that is very similar. They all also have the logo of the school painted everywhere in the city, even houses with no kids. That's interesting. They redo it yearly as a fundraiser thing for the school. Oh, that could make sense. Like if they go through and they get donations from these houses, and whatever the donation is, that's how many paws they put out there.
Yeah.
I just I want to go back up here.
I just keep, one of my theories, I guess, would be that he had kids over there, or a kid over there, and he put on a dress shirt because he didn't have one. He wanted to look good. I don't know. I can't. I'll change my mind in about 20 minutes, I'm sure.
But let's go back. I don't know because I haven't scoured through the pictures. Have you scoured through a lot of the pictures? He seems to be in a dress shirt all the time.
He definitely dressed nice for.
I wonder if there was a school uniform that they had.
It wasn't mentioned.
It's something to look up as to if he took off his clothes, but if he had a school uniform on, why would he go and put his stepdad's clothes on?
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. And I know he was wearing shorts and a shirt. They didn't say which kind, but those are the ones that are said to be missing, which is weird. Here's another thing. So the baby had been sleeping for a long time, and one of the several phone calls the mom made to Sean, she goes, like, Dad just called. He said, don't let the baby sleep any longer, because then the baby, toddler, not baby, will not sleep tonight. So that was kind of a thing to get the baby. I'm just going to call him a baby because he's 2. Kind of up and going. But that baby slept through all this, which would have been another 2 hours or so. And then the baby had laundry on him, which I thought was weird. That's what was said in the notes. That the baby was on a chair with laundry kind of covering him. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I guess what we need to do is to help sort things out, and anybody's more than welcome. In my Discord is where I will be researching some of this stuff. Which there's my Discord link. What I want to do is kind of put together not a timeline, but put together like the things that were in the house onto one list of like the odd strange things that were in the house where the baby was positioned. He had been asleep on the couch.
Right. Yeah, you can't do all this in one. I mean, there's just no way. Maybe not even in two. There's just so much to it, you know?
Yeah, well, I don't so I show you guys this. There's a reason why I do things. And according to sources, and I don't know for sure myself, according to sources, that the parents work for the Pentagon, and sometimes when stuff, I'm showing you this screen here for a reason. I don't know do you know what the parents did at the time where they worked?
Well, I know the mom's a colonel, but that's all I know, actually.
Yeah, well,
I'm not confident enough to say.
Well, there would be a reason why they lived where they lived then.
Right.
I don't know if you see what I'm circling on the thing here, but sometimes different, I don't know if obviously everybody's all connected here, police, and both are military, Sassy says. And that's my point. So you have the bases right here and their houses right here. But my thing is sometimes when you have the police doing something, they're being told or shifted to do what they're doing. Right. And by bigger authorities or other people.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's really close.
Well, and the Facebook page is ran by a private investigator. And I would really, it is. So here, hold on. I just don't want to, hold on one second. I go back to, it says it right up at the top of the page. So I don't know if the family has any ties or anything to this Facebook page. And I don't know if somebody's doing this pro bono. And that's what I want to know. So right here, private investigator. It's right on the top here.
Right. Okay.
So I saw that as soon as I was sent this thing. A private investigator is the one running this with a tip line. But is this private investigator hired by the parents, or this is just somebody that's doing it on their own?
Right. Well, I mean, it's all their accounting goes into that group. So I just...
All their what?
Their accounts, like their memories, their posts. Their posts are really long. They're like a diary entry almost, you know, or journal entry.
I just want to see something here. Under suspicions act circumstances, we are starting a petition in Virginia Bureau of Investigations as well as the Federal Bureau of Investigations in hope that we'll take the case over and investigate properly. Our local sheriff's department, the York Sheriff's Office, has failed us. And our rights as victims have been violated. Help us get justice for our son and take a killer off the streets. Interesting. So him and his sister have the same last name. What kids don't have the same last name?
No, but that can't be right because I don't think that's his. They're a blended family, so he has his biological father, and no, the sister can't.
Well,
That wouldn't make sense.
this was a comment underneath the thing, and that would be his sister, right?
Well, that's so interesting because it was said to be the stepdad's daughter. That makes me.
The sister was his full sister, Sassy says. She had only called the
Oh,
school.
oh wow. Okay.
So
Well,
then
there you go.
we also need to do a breakdown of the siblings. We don't need to publicly show it, but a breakdown that shows what their names are, like their full names.
Right.
Dig into it that way, where we have like what their full names is, and then see what these comments are that are on social media. Like this comment here. That's why I kept hiding my thing because I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. I think the rest are all under like his. You know what? At this point, I've read till my eyes. So I don't want to like make any. I don't want to trust my.
No, I trust your opinions. I mean,
Well,
you're
no,
the
like
one
I don't know. I don't remember. I thought that all the other boys were way young, but then you see all those medals and you're like, that's a lot for someone so young. But I don't know. But we have a lot to go pursue now, in this case.
The cops acted upset every time family called them back out to show them more suspicious things. Plus, the police called the friend and told her not to speak to anyone about the case. That's strange.
Very.
That's why I say with their profession and stuff, that for sure has a tie into it. But they woke the next morning hoping that nightmare was over, but Sean is still gone. Jared called the investigators and asked them to come over to discuss what they had found. Before the investigators arrived, Jamie, AJ's mother, arrived with some food on her way. She had called the high school guidance counselor. I haven't read this whole thing. Oh, this is all the relative information here. And I don't know if this is the actual handprint or that's just somebody's handprint.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either.
Huh. Well, I think this is a good place to, he went to Tab Middle School. Tigers are their symbol. I think this is, so the 5 and 2-year-old were both parents' kids. So those two would have a different name, but.
Well, he's got to have his own then, because who's the boy with all the medals? He's not 5. He can't be a 5-year-old. There's got to be another kid.
She only called the school, but the cops then contacted the school and told them it was a self-inflicted. So they shut down the discussion. Interesting.
Wow.
And just for what it's worth, the Facebook page was started July 19th, 2022.
Oh, that's good to know.
This one was anyways. So we're not going to have, as they piece things together here and put things together, a lot of these post August 19th. I don't know where the rest of the information was. So, So I'll have to go back and see if there was anything else and dig into some of the Facebook stuff. I think that will help. So it looks like the page created July 19, 2022, but the first I see was a month later, August 19th. The last post in here, which is interesting to me. So August 30th. So August 30th and then September 9th, September 19th. And just for what it's worth, this was like what he normally wore, right?
I mean, that's the impression I got. I think Sassy said something earlier in chat that his mom said that if he did wear a dress shirt, he would have worn a tie with it. So he liked to dress up.
Here, this is a good point. Maybe parents had medals they kept. There are no step siblings listed in his obit. But
so the father didn't.
But let's go. I think I still have it up here. Hold on one second. I want to go back to the house here real quick. Shoot. Hold on there one second. I just want to go back to the. Do you have the pictures of inside the house still up? I can get to it one second here.
No.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and see what some of these books are. There's a lot of binders over here on the bottom here, you see. And then there's some more files here and some more binders and stuff. I don't know what that is right there either. So I'm interested in what that is. Mom said before she even realized it was Dad's shirt, the no tie got her attention.
So I'm going to switch over to my phone.
Oh, I'll remove you and switch you. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Thanks.
I just want to go back to the bedrooms here real quick. So this is Maria's room, which has and then there's one medal there. Hunter.
I wonder if that may have been his middle name. I don't know, but doesn't make sense though.
Well, this is the one where they have all the running stuff up here.
Yeah.
I don't know, because there's the baby, like that's like a baby rocking chair, older person's rocking chair.
And there's actually a crib in that room too, across from the bed.
Yeah, and there's an airplane here, like an Air Force airplane here. United States Air Force is right here.
I mean, they could have just been staged by the realtors, but I just don't understand why. I don't know. It doesn't. I'm a little confused, if I'm being honest.
Hunter was brother. Sean was on top. Hunter was brother. He said he had just spent $150 of his own money on books. Sean spent all of his money always buying books. Mom said before she realized it. Okay, so Hunter is. But this, I just want to. I want to save this real quick. Ethan and Hunter were his little brothers.
Okay.
What do you know what age, Sassy? Running. Let's go back one more. I want to do this again. Can you hear me still, Kelly?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So last thing we'll go over here, and then I just want to pull this up. I want to see what these Ethan. So you have Hunter and then Ethan. I'll have to clean this up, but these are did Sassy say April is the month celebrate military children in VA, celebrating it the month he passed? Was there a child who was hiding? Great question. Ethan and Hunter were his little brothers. I wonder, 5 and 2. So Hunter was 5, which would, and then 5-year-old had autism, so was at ABA therapy with the dad. So alibi solid on all other family. Yes, the 2-year-old was. So I wonder if this is where that other picture was, where the crib on the other side of this room was where you had Hunter and Ethan in the same room.
Right.
And then they needed a place. It's really strange because it's like they display their medals here and some books of their own, obviously, because they're too young to
Right.
to know these types of books. Like and then you have an airplane up here, but then you have all the running stuff in this actual room.
That is exactly what threw me off.
But then nothing in the parents' own bedroom.
Right.
Like the walls are empty. Like all you have is 2 dressers.
Yeah, it was very, very empty.
Not homey. Like I guess based on their professional career, it would make sense, right? Where they're like basic, like this would be like a family that would have their socks rolled up like they were living on base in quarters.
Right.
And the rest of their house, so their bedroom looks like they're living on quarters, but the rest of their house would look like an actual real home with
Yeah,
like their kids' bedrooms and stuff.
all I could think of is that a lot of this stuff had already been packed because for 5 kids, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, 4, 5, whatever. That's a lack of things, you would think, unless they were just simple. So there was, let me get it straight. So there was Maria and Sean, and then 2 other boys, so a total of 4. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess this is a good place to stop, and we'll continue digging.
Okay.
And if you're all here and haven't hit the thumbs up, please go hit the thumbs up. We need to dig in some more and figure out who Hunter and Ethan are, ages are. We need to dig into the numbers of the running stuff and all those medals. That's a lot of medals.
Yeah, it is.
We need to take a look into that, and then go from there and get to know more of the victimology of who these people are, so we can understand more of why the house was staged the way that it was. And
Right.
I just don't think this is a lot of work to put this together to stage the house. So when you have it was the grandmother or the other older lady that was living in the house, her room was empty too. So
Right.
I don't think that for them in selling it. So but that gives us, if you're military and move a lot, you don't always have a lot of stuff. I think there were dads, maybe, and we'll get into that some more later. Anything else you need to say there, Kelly, before we go?
Not till next time. I'm going to save
Not
it.
till next time. What does Levi? This is a pure case of if you see something, say something. And those people that are there in that neighborhood need to speak up, because obviously they had to have seen something.
Right.
So
I agree.
all right, we're gonna end it. Thank you,
Thanks,
Callie, for
everybody.
coming. Thank
right,
you,
thanks,
mods
everybody.
in chat, and thank you everybody else for being here. And until the next one.